Understand that I had the conscientious decision to do this before I pressed record, but instead, welcome to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. The sun is in Libra, classic, fashion conscious, hygiene approved, social Libra. Pray for me, guys. This is we're an op squad. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. We're officially an op squad. We're in our ops territory. So I'm not always the easiest or most comfortable. This is officially outside my comfort zone, and I felt like there was nothing more obvious about that than just wiping literal crust from my fucking eyes on the first day of Libra season. Actually, technically, 1 degrees tomorrow. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We are officially in not only the season of fall, but season 3, the breakthrough arc. I'm obligated to say it like that, just like season 2, the integration arc. Well, I have to say season 3, the breakthrough arc. Maybe not like that, but welcome to the season of breakthrough. Every year, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. We take the activation of the direction. We activate our individuality in Aries. We strengthen this activation by now manifesting values based on every new year, the direction we move in, and then we spark ideas and concepts in Gemini. It's a fancy way of saying that we talk a lot of shit. Then we go into the integration arc, season 2. Season 2 is what brings this understanding through Cancer about the new direction you moved relative to this new year. And then Leo adds all the swag imaginable so that you can base more of these values and feel them with courage. Leo now defining the integration of your individuality into the social axis on stage, requiring courage to perform your identity, values, ideas, and feelings that through Virgo season, aka Kobe season, we master through practice and repetition. And that's what brings us out of this mastery relative to every year into Libra, where now the analysis, mastery, and practice that we have spent time in the gym shooting, we now step into the playoffs, baby. I hope you're mother effing ready. This is it. All right, the breakthrough arc now harvests the activation and integration of our individuality. If you think that Libra is the polished, oh my gosh, a fly. I'm going to believe that that's an omen for very fly women who are just gonna land on me. See, that fly that landed on my nose means a bunch of fly beautiful women are just gonna be flying up on me like bzz, peace dealer, bzz, bzz, bzz. Yep, see, I just made it up on the spot. All right, see, I can be like Sagittarius too. Now look, this is going, see how Sag just caught strays right now? I'm telling you, I'm in op territory. This is what I gotta do. So now listen, this is so very important. The polishing of your identity and understanding you're getting ready to present. Everything about Libra is best explained through the Spider-Man or superhero analogy. This is where if you're a supervillain or if you're chaotic neutral, or depending on where you land on that grid, this is what's going to be defined. This is how we're starting Libra season off. You're understanding the initial integrity of your social awareness, because once we end Libra season off, you're going to return to this and you're going to realize, damn, I'm a bad MFer, or I'm a very good lawful person, or I'm chaotic neutral AF, or I thought I was this but my actions showed me, boom, this. Oh guys, if you guys like television content, if you like drama, Leo season already began and sparked some new drama that is going to carry on this Libra season that Virgo season kind of straightened through. So this is going to be juicy, guys. It's going to get saucy and Scorpio. Season 3 is so very important, but I like to use the superhero analogy because if you think of Leo and Libra in its archetypal nature, Aries is archetypally the villain because this represents the selfishness in potential, not Aries people. I'm talking about Aries as a zodiac sign. is originality and authenticity, but it's typecast as a villain because when you take that whole notion of just being selfish and doing everything for self, that is opposite the social of integration, where we're supposed to come together and through the power of friendship, we can create balance and harmony. I'm sorry, I'm opposite that. That shit is corny to me, but it is very vital, and I'm a loser. Of course it's corny to me. I'm not cool like Aquarius. I'm not fashion approved by Libra, so I can learn so much from this. It's really not corny though. But when you see these themes now used against themselves and these status quo indicators now used by people who take advantage of it, the heroes now start to become the villains and the villains now start to become the heroes. North Node Aries. This is where we're going to see a lot of heel turn switches and like people who are traditionally heroes, villains, traditionally villains, heroes. And don't worry, that's going to be the nature of this eclipse where you're going to become a villain whether you want to or not, because you're going to fight that good fight to maintain your authenticity. That's the challenge of North Node Aries. The North Node is the biggest challenge. This challenge is to uncompromisingly be authentically yourself and not let social expectations hold you back over the next 16 months. We're finally kicking this in. So I want to use a superhero analogy. Whether you feel you're a hero or not, I don't believe in heroes and villains because you're even if you're a hero, you're a villain in someone else's story. If you're a villain, you're a hero in someone else's story. So like, to somebody else. So it's subjective enough to where we could just acknowledge antagonists and protagonists. And that's really going to be the main lesson of this year and next year, Jupiter and Gemini. This year is part 1 with Taurus, which the 8th house of Taurus is going to transform the personification because you've evolved your physical senses. And so this is what's going to bring transformation this year relative to other years of you presenting yourself. This is the year that you transform. The next year, when the 9th house of Jupiter is to Libra, if this year is determining if you're an antagonist or protagonist, next year is going to evolve your mindset to what more you function as a hero or a villain. Use those tropes lightly, but let's use this analogy. Spider-Man was originally Peter Parker. Peter Parker is Aries. This is so very important, guys. Peter Parker is Aries. Spider-Man is Libra. All right. I'm not saying that Spider-Man zodiac sign is Libra. I'm saying Spider-Man, in order to understand Aries and Libra, you have to understand that Spider-Man is the Libra expression of Aries Peter Parker. He hid his Aries, right? But Spider-Man was now the polished element of how he expressed himself socially to do what? Enforce balance and defend the status quo. Because without Libra, you now begin evil. The reason why evil starts at Libra is because Libra maintains that balance. If Libra is balanced, Scorpio is pure, Sag is ascended, and Capricorn has integrity, and Aquarius is genius. If Libra is imbalanced, then Libra becomes evil, Scorpio becomes pure evil, Sag becomes ascended evil, Cap becomes great evil, and then, of course, Aqua becomes evil genius. That's why it's so very important for everyone who has Libra in their chart to maintain balance of their behavior and personality so that does not distort your character and you now walk the path of evil versus maintaining that straight and narrow of authenticity and integrity. All right. I'm not talking about the people. I'm talking about the energy and the signs. People, Aries to Virgo can't be evil because of its childlike nature and how this is learned. So corruption is always going to come from older energies and forces. Not to say that you won't find Tauruses or Virgos that are evil, but just wanted to kind of get that out the way. So with that being said, there's so much setup before we even get to the transit. Peter Parker is the Aries, Spider-Man is the Libra, Clark Kent is the Libra, Kal-El is the Aries. So like you are relative to this evolution since April of your character, which could represent getting bit by the spider with Jupiter in Taurus transforming your physiology, because now your physical sense is not one of a man but of a super spider. Theoretically, now this Libra season is where you're finally getting the costume together. So the first 2 weeks of this is Peter Parker realizing, okay, he wants to be Spider-Man, but up until the full moon, he still didn't get his costume together. He's getting ready to harvest it. Once we get into the full moon in Aries eclipse, this is where he understands as Peter Parker, I'm Spider-Man. This is what my costume looks like. We go into the new moon in Libra. He beats the final boss. He finished the Spider-Man movie. So this should be very exciting for you because many of you for the first time are getting ready to debut your super self. And you may not know what that looks like yet because this is the first time since post-evolution you're putting it out there. And that's why the moon in Capricorn is subtle but very important. It's going to go over Pluto. Yeah, we're going to have that Pluto square to the nodes again. And understanding this extreme awakening is going to break you out of old insecurities because now in Libra season, where we're opposite that evolution, ad hominems, names, insecure projections, they're not going to hit you because people are going to be projecting who they think you are with the static personality and image in their head. And it's not going to resonate with who you are now. Libra is fully getting ready to harvest and break through into Sagittarius, the nature of your character, which you for the past 30 days have been mastering and practicing and have now activated behavioral patterns that coming into Libra, you are now breaking through relative to how you apply these new techniques towards the world and society around you and other people. All right. This is really awesome because now this is where you're going to actually you're going to understand the utilization of your superpowers. Aries is just your raw power. Cancer is your psychic special power. And then Libra is superpower. Not everyone has superpowers. Like I don't have superpowers. I don't have Libra. I talk about superpowers. I don't have superpowers at all. I do have special abilities because I have Jupiter in Cancer, but like Virgo risings with Libra energy, you guys have superpowers. Virgos have superpowers. Sagittarius is you have God power, which is already suspicious. Like if you're Sag, Cap, Aqua, you're suspicious as fuck. So like Pisces, I told you I'm a snitch on you in 2 years from now, but like just know I'm looking at y'all. Scorpio, you've been suspicious. We already. And Libra, you lucky it's your birthday. But yeah, anyway, superpowers. And that's cool. You're going to understand the integrity of you using them before the moon goes into Pisces and you start to understand how to incorporate elements of your dream life to now, express in this social persona. Okay. Whether you call it a mask, whether you call it a polishing of who you are, this is going to be very controversial, and this is going to be very, 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 very unconventional. All right, because we're literally dealing with, for many of you, for the first time, the first expression of this. I say for the first time because if you've already had a Saturn return, so if you're like over 35, if you're over 30, you've already done this. So like this is not your first time you're awakening an element of abilities, but this is going to be the first time you're taking it to the next level. So shout out to my Pluto Scorpios, or rather, shout out to my Pluto Libras, Pluto Virgos, and Pluto Leos. We know y'all OGs. So there you go. Okay, you have a very important justice card level decision to make. You have spent the past 6 years preparing for this. This is the road to war. You don't want to think of it traditionally waiting for the news to be like this bomb dropped on this bomb. We're not talking about that. This is a war for your soul and character. The war for your soul never ended. The stage of this war is over the next 6 months, preparing you through this eclipse to define your character properly so that once we step into that new moon Aries eclipse, you already know based on this 6 months of how you've defined your character through expressing your social super self to other people, what alignment you stand in, because this is going to take us to revolution. Okay, do not get caught up and distracted by speculation and stuff people are just kind of postulating on the internet. You want to really focus so much more on the direction you're going to, blank out all distractions. This is it, guys. This is everything we've been preparing for over 10 plus years, and this is everything relative to 2023 we've been preparing since the end of March. You don't want to necessarily you're not going to be able to. The main character activity is going to be pretty fire. So I hope you enjoy this. The best bet is to make sure every day this season, the actions you're taking, as challenging they may be, are actions you want to take that are authentic to you, not what other people are expecting you to do. Because a major quality of the season is going to be overcoming social and peer pressure. okay, in the indirect ways that really challenge whether you really believe in who you are or whether you're willing to give up the potential of what you can gain in doing that to make other people feel comfortable and happy because you care what they think. Don't do that. You stay blessed as always. I hope you enjoy this Magic Moon message. Get ready, because this is it. Godspeed. Peace.